20 friends cannot play for 20 years. I first heard this saying when I was a teenager, and of course I didn't believe it then because I felt like it was just older people exaggerating. Fortunately, I am now older people, and in retrospect, I see what they were trying to say. Everyone has friendship goals. For some people, it's the Annie and Prissy, Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, Tomike and Adab, J Booms and Ayo, Bisola and Bimbo, Adeswa and Jemima, and their friendship just looks perfect, like everything seems to be working. But the truth is that. So today I'm going for a slumber party. But I have not gotten the snacks because for this particular slumber party you have to pick a color. So my color is orange and I'm literally going to the supermarket to get something orange. This is so sad and crazy, but my childhood best friend is no longer my best friend. The length of the friendship does not determine the strength of the friendship. And this is like the first shocker you receive when you become an adult. The only thing that would sustain long-term friendship is consistent work, and the work cannot be coming from one party. It has to be both parties putting in effort because they really want the friendship to work. When we're growing up, we're used to making friends based on proximity. Okay, this person is going to my school, this person goes to my church, my parents and their parents are friends, and that's how you build friendship. But when you become an adult, there is a lot of things you need to sustain that friendship. There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, service, understanding, communication, intentionality, and it feels like just even being friends with somebody is like getting another job. If you are desiring friendship, intentional and meaningful friendship, you're not crazy, you're not asking for too much. Another thing about friendship in your 20s that makes it hard for it to work is the fact that you might have to shoot your shot. And this one is crazy because when you hear shoot your shot, you think more of a romantic relationship where a guy is shooting his shot to a girl or a girl shooting her shot to a guy. Even though I know some of the girls watching this video rather chew wet gin than shoot their shot to a guy, but that's not the point, right? The thing is, for adult friendships, you might have to be the one to take the first step. I know that's really hard because you have to drop your ego. There's even the possibility of getting a no when somebody goes,
oh, I don't get any new friends, have enough friends.
Because obviously they have their childhood friends and everything, but it is a sacrifice worth making.
Like, well, I follow you on Instagram, and I loved, she was wearing a green two-piece. I'm like, oh, it looks really nice. She's like, I'm gonna send one to you. I'm like, oh, nice. And she now confessed to me later that, oh, I've wanted to be friends with you. Proposed to me. I still have that text. And then when she's like, oh, I want to be your friend, pray about it. So when she said pray about it, I'm like, okay, at least you know that friendships are not exactly the norm for believers. So I did pray about it, and I didn't feel a restraint in my spirit. So I'm like, okay, we're cool. Let's be friends. What has sustained the relationship with me?
As painful as it is that my childhood best friend is no longer my best friend, one of my closest friends right now, she is one of my newest friends. I mean, we've been friends for about 3 years or 4 years, right? Are you going to lose out on forever friendship or sisterhood just because you don't want to reach out first, just because of your pride or your ego, right? Of course, you have to be very careful who you're reaching out to. You have to do your research, know this person. This is something about adult friendships that sometimes make it not to work, because now if you even shoot your shot to this person and they say no, automatically friendship don't end before it even starts, and then there's a girl drama. There's just a whole lot of things, and when you're shooting your shot to somebody, there's the place of feeling like you are the one doing all the work, because obviously the person has not really seen you as their friend yet. Most of the time, if you're the one that's initiating the friendship at the very beginning, you most likely will do more, and you have to be okay with that. I've shot my shot to 1 or 2 friends, and they're my friends right now. So God be the glory. Great things He has done. It has worked out, right? If you shoot your shot to anybody and they say no, don't take it to heart. Don't take it personal. You're an amazing person, and you'll find someone soon that wants to be your friend as well. Another thing that, in my opinion, makes it hard for adult friendships to work is the fact that you have to know your friend's love language.
I like to say happy birthday to Martha. I'm not hugging you, by the way. She's all that mushy. If you come near me, I don't like mushy stuff. Anyway,
I have come to see that friendship in your 20s or adult friendship, you don't just love just because. you must love intentionally. You must love in a way that makes the person feel like they are being loved. Because, for example, if I like quality time and you are always buying me gifts or you're always trying to clean my house for me, it's not like your intentions are not good or your effort is not seen, but like that's not how I feel love. That's not what used to make my body do. I'm in love. I'm in love. This is a part of this video that I'm going to watch in 3 years and cringe. But the point is, if you claim to really want to be friends with someone or want to sustain friendship, you must understand what makes them feel love. Is it act of service? Is it quality time? Is it gift? Is it word of permission? You actually have to know, because that's the best way that you can serve your friend, and that's the best way they can serve you as well. And in case you're wondering, how can I know my friend's love language? To be honest, the first thing you can do is you can ask them. Another thing you can do is observe, because I've come to see that most of the time people tend to give the love they want to receive. The love language they tend to express more is what they want to receive. You can also bring it up in group conversation. When there's a gathering, you can just talk about something that has to do with love language, and then from there, the person will obviously say their own, and then you just know it, right? Because life is already lifing. Life is already hitting you, bass. Now imagine having a friend that is not thoughtful, having a friend that is just doing as if no, you are begging them. Yes, I know that it is very annoying when people say things like, I want a friend that can hear me when I'm not speaking. Sis, bro, open your mouth. That's why God gave you mouth, because you can talk. You want to be able to be clear and let your friends know how you want to be loved. And as a friend, you can also try to be that friend that would be so intentional and be so thoughtful to actually pay attention to your friend's love language.
If you finish stacking and you've arranged the pyramid and you cannot find the wine, and someone else has finished and done the pyramid and found the wine, they win. So for this game, it is 5,000 naira.
1, 2, ready, go! Wow. You might make a mistake. Now.
Know the game spirit. Done. We won the game!
We are the winners again, twice. We won twice. When you possess the game spirit, you do not need to do anything more. Look at the three of us. Please, we're having the motivational.
It's important to know your place. No go do past yourself. Don't be in a friendship where you're not appreciated. Don't be somewhere where you are looked down on or you're put down. Like, friendship is not by force. Same way that you will not stay in an abusive romantic relationship. I don't see why you must force a friendship, especially for the reason of, oh, I've been friends for too long. If that friendship is not serving you, not because you just want to throw it away or just cut people off unnecessarily, but if you've done the work, you've communicated, both of you have come together and nothing is working, like, you can move on. I permit you to move on. I know it's not easy. I know that friendship hurt is as painful as romantic heartbreak, right? I know that friendship breakup is really painful, but you really want to be somewhere where you're appreciated. Know your place and act accordingly. Another reason why adult friendships seem to be really difficult is because people are dragging this thing called give people grace. I'm all about give people grace, because even Christ has given us grace and Christ has forgiven us and all of these things. But sometimes I feel like there's no balance between giving people grace and just plain allowing people to be irresponsible. To me, a balanced friendship is a friendship where you give people grace enough times, but they also show up for you. They also go the extra mile for you. They're also there to serve you, to share. You see that word understanding girlfriend that they always used to, make jokes. The same thing applies to friendship. Sometimes you can just be the understanding friend so many times that you're not even enjoying the friendship, because like every time you're giving somebody grace, every time you are just understanding, even when you're not happy, you're not saying anything because you want to be the understanding friend. And this to me is why friendship in your 20s is also hard. Sometimes nobody just wants to say anything and you're just there calling somebody your friend that's not really your friend. If you can actually find the balance, then I believe you have really beautiful friendship. The thing I've noticed about adulthood friendship is sometimes vulnerability can be hard. You don't want to share that side of you that looks like you're weak or something. Like, imagine what we've been talking about shooting your shot. How do you want to be open to somebody that you're just building a relationship with? You're just becoming friends, right? It will be hard to say certain things to them, and that's why some of the tightest friendship, you hear things like, oh, she was there for me at my lowest, she was there for me when nobody was there. Because at the end of the day, like, you need people when you are in a vulnerable state or when you're not your best. You need people, you need your loved ones, you need your friends. Another thing that makes friendship in your 20s a bit difficult is communication, because you have to communicate frequently and then the schedules are crazy. Like sometimes I have my friends will be like, oh, we'll have a call on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Tuesday, 5 p.m. has come. Somebody is still doing meetings, somebody is still doing this, somebody is still doing that. Honestly, communication is so important in adult friendship because life actually comes at you fast. One moment you are trying to pay your rent, the other moment you are trying to deal with heartbreak. Constant communication to even know where your friend is at the season of their life. Okay, what's happening with them? What's going on? Are they okay? How is their business? How is their love life? I remember I saw one particular reels where they literally did a PowerPoint, like everybody come and present, this is what has been happening in my life in the last 3 months. And it was funny, but that's just how life can get at you so fast that you're not communicating with your friends because you're just so busy. And if it's to do group Zoom calls sometimes, just catch up and let's know what's going on with each other's life. Like imagine somebody saying that they just got into a relationship and their friends doesn't know. Like, I mean, you just need to let your people know what's going on, because sometimes even with the struggles of being in your 20s, you tend to want to push people away, you want to isolate, you want to be on your own because you feel like, oh, nobody really understands. And it's not because your friends are bad people per se, but you just want to handle stuff alone in that moment. I feel like it's really important to communicate the big and little things, communicate in specifics, put number, put date. It's better for you to have 3 strong, solid friendships than trying to have 8, because see the amount of work it takes. How many people can you really call? How many people can you really be there for? How many people can you really check on? Like, it's a lot. It is really worthwhile when you have good friends and you build sisterhood. So I believe it is really, really worth it.
I've known Martha for about 12 years. Our friendship started from to-go days. To-go! Being friends with Martha is not easy. Every other person that is here. From when she was in the world, before she gave her life to Christ, that's when we were friends. So I mean, one thing about her is when she gave her life to Christ, I think I was the first person that she texted, and she was like, you know what, I listened to a sermon that helped me, and I think you should listen to it too. And I listened to it, and then we decided that, okay, we're going to leave the world together and face Jesus. I feel like we're no longer friends, we're even sisters. Oh. Yeah. When I've been through all her relationships, the ones that broke her heart, when she cried, I was there. When she was going through it emotionally, I was there. I still have our chats. I still have voice notes. Hey! Crying. I love that. We're going to save it for our wedding day. Yeah.
Faith got back from Russia day before yesterday. After 9, like I think this is her first time in Nigeria. After 9 years, she just got back day before yesterday. I had to unfriend Faith at some point. She's that friend that will tell you, I'm coming back to Nigeria this year. You wait. You would literally anticipate. She'll say, I'm so sorry, I can't make it again. Anyways, I don't like long distance friendship. So she came to prove a point to me that so she came back to Nigeria.
That's sorry.
Try to bond with your friends. Do things that you guys have in common together. I've seen that that's something that really strengthens friendship in your 20s. For example, if you're a believer and your friends are believers as well, and you guys want to join Hallelujah Challenge, instead of joining it alone, how about you create an accountability group where everybody joins Hallelujah Challenge together? Everybody goes to experience together. There's a concept of an endless ocean. You have no rival, there is no equal. Come on! Hey. You know, there's Gaze Baba concert, there's Aramanda. Can we all go together? Like, I'm trying in this area because I can be a workaholic sometimes, but I feel like every time I go out with my friends, especially when we go and we do things that, like, I would say that our values are things we enjoy together. I feel full when I come back. I feel so blessed to call them my friends. I feel like I have people that I can do life with because we're bonding on things that we all have in common. It's not just a thing of me. For example, I like comedy, right? I like when I can talk to my friends about Friends, the series, okay? One of the best series ever made. I Give It Your Keypad, you know. But to be honest, it's so important to bond with your friend because, like I said, life is already crazy. We're already receiving a lot of bass boosts just by being an adult. So sometimes just let loose and have fun. If you've watched to this point of the video, comment your friendship goals in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. These are things that I feel like makes adults friendship really hard. And to be honest, if you flip the coin, you probably have better friendship. If you try to show up for your friends more, if you try to understand your friends' love language, try to show up more for them, if you shoot your shot, if you are that friend that actually shows up and just not the friend that they're always giving grace. Like things will most likely work better, and you build forever friendship that are meaningful, intentional, and soul serving. Bye.